So pretty much your first step is for doing these mini splits is finding yourself a nice location. So you don't want a direct wind into this. And the great thing about back here is I'm blocking most of that wind from the west and northwest. As you can tell, east and northeast is a mountain. And there's many other mountains. So you get yourself one of these. Don't do like I did on my other ones. This bracket to hold this, as you can tell. I mean, yeah, it bounces for now, but when I'm done, will be golden. Got plenty of room, as you can tell. But now everything is going to be coming out right here. This way, I'm going to have a cutoff box right here, so you can just pull it to disconnect, quick disconnect. All lines will be coming out, so when you set this up, you've got to set it up within the feet if you need to extend it more distance or whatnot for your copper lines. What you want to do is basically have a flare tool, copper cutter, and so on and so forth, so that way you can extend from the preset lines. I think I have a 25 foot, so I'll have a coil of this stuff once I'm done, because I'm not going to cut it. So anyways, pretty self-explanatory and basic, and sometimes they come with imperfections like that. So anyways, then soon I'll be connecting your power. The power goes here, the communication line goes here as well, and your two lines go there. So inlet, outlet is actually right there. Step 2, basically you take the indoor unit there, this bracket you have to take off. Let me see if I can zoom out. It doesn't zoom out, but anyways, you get the point. So on the back of this unit, that's the unit you always see sitting up on the wall on the inside. This here, all you do to separate that is like that. But the problem is they have a screw that sits here when they ship it. You won't need the screw no more, but you save it because you never know. You can always use it somewhere else. Saves you a 20-minute trip to the store, hour trip. For us, it's like an hour and a half. But you take this unit, this bracket, and as you can tell, that piece goes up. And this is what goes to the back of the wall. So you take this piece and you flip it. I already have it marked, and I'll be setting it up here in a moment, like this. So that way, see how I'm using these studs on this wall. So basically, and I will be using self-tapping type screws. So that way I don't have to screw nothing or drill nothing. Anyway, stay tuned. So pretty much like that. Now I have it up there. What I'll do is I'll put it up there next. After I get it ready, I'll show you here in a second. Basically, if this is going to sit on the wall, I want it pointing that way, so it's going to be this one. This is the communications cord and power that comes back to here. This is the line set, so it's all coming out this side. So I have to trim this out so everything comes this way, including the drain line and so on and so forth. And I'll show you. So basically I'll show you once I get this done and everything ready on this side, everything taped, and I'll show you exactly here, because you'll see the drain line needs to be at the bottom as it's coming out. And these are basically your return and whatever you call it, you know, for the refrigerant. Now the cool thing is you do not need to have an expert come out and charge it for a first time startup. And that's why we bought this MrCool. I took the Della out So that way the Della goes in to our first tiny home. Oh, I spilled the beans. Okay, so basically now I have the lines set for this side. As you can see, I put this stretch type tape on it, and then I use duct tape to hold off the ends, because I'll carry on from that point forward with the line set that came with this. You can see right here. So I'll connect this on the outside and measure the distance from the outside unit that comes in up to there. So that way I'll know, because I'll run the line right along like that. Boom. So stay tuned. So it took a good 20 seconds to put this up there. As you can tell, all that power line, it's gonna be one hole that goes straight through. As you can tell right here, 9 inches off this seam. That seam is the center. 9 inches out is perfect out there. This, as you can tell, is running right here. So as I bore that hole straight through, a 20 amp line will go out there, which is this one. It's dead right now. Breaker's off. That power line, the communications line, the drain line, and the 2 line sets. Once I run that connection in, and because I'll put a channel in there and all that stuff. I'll show you how once I'm done. 20 seconds to put that up there. See, it ain't going nowhere. So before I head off to my appointment, this is what I've gotten done. I've gotten the line set ready. So basically, and the power cut, oh my God, I can't think today. Anyway, power disconnect. Because by law, you got to have one by the actual unit itself. It covers up to, I think, 60 amps. It's only a 20 amp system. So next stop is basically, you'll see a pinhole here where I'll bore a hole from out in there where it comes in an angle. And I got to make a wire whip that goes into this, knock out one of these little punch holes. Once I do that, connect it to the, what do you call it? It's like a breaker, but it's a disconnect. So you just pull it, you know, you lift this up. Here, I'll show you. Lift this up, pull it, and it disconnects all the power to it. Then I got to tape all lines. Once I get it all unwound, I might need Sharon's help. But other than that, I mean, you could do it yourself. I mean, I could trim the lines, but look, man. Professionally, yes, I would do it for others. For myself, no. I don't have time for that. We only live once in this world, right? So anyways, that part's done. The head is ready. The power line's ready. I just got to make a wire whip. When I send all the stuff out, it'll all be taped together. You'll see once I'm ready to make all kinds of connections. Okay, so in the summer, I'm going to end up redoing all this. The lines especially and everything, because it's too cold out to be messed with. But I have them all supported here. As you can see, everything is coming out one pipe chase. Got this Play-Doh stuff. It looks like C4 explosives. But what I'm also doing is using a Turnabond. Here in a little bit, what I'll do is trim this off. So that way you can see, once I'm done, how this pipe chase is actually sealed off with this Turnabond. Turnabond is what it says it is. Power disconnect. Like I said, that's how you remove that. Everything is connected. Just remember, these communications lines They are numbered for each one up there. There's only 3 plus 1 ground, which is the communication and power it sends back to the indoor unit. So, inside the shop, we spent probably about $800-900 in propane. Maybe, somewhere around there. We can actually figure it out because I have not lifted that 100-pound tank to go take it and fill it up. Anyways, that's one of the core reasons why I'm doing this in the middle of the winter. Because we're getting tired of spending all the money on propane. And as you see here, everything is pretty much connected. Now all I got to do is go around and tape everything. And once that's done, everything is good. I think I want to get a hose clamp and put here. This way it makes it easier, or leak proof, I guess, is the bottom line. And you see how I keep this at the bottom. That way the water stays at the bottom, not on top, just in case there was a pinhole and it leaks on everything. So anyways, stay tuned. Okay, so we got everything together. Everything's secured, ready to roll. In the summer when it's warmer, without all this stuff out here, while there was a break, that way I didn't have to fight with the snow and stuff, I can actually get this part done, and I know there's power to it. I'm just gonna let it sit for a bit. What do you think?
I think we're gonna have heat and I don't have to go get propane, and I'm super excited.
No more gopher trips. Well, that's about it. That's all I needed. Good to go. So I was trying to figure out some of the functions. That's the actual temperature in here. It means it's connected to the Wi-Fi. So you can control it with your app. So, which is pretty cool. Everything's working as intended so far. Geez, it's cold out here. It's like 20 some degrees, I think. It's got a brisk in the air. Feels like snow almost. You can see this is cranking. That's cold. So, other than that, it's running smooth. Now I really want to fix that, but you know, I can care less right now. So, because it's too cold outside. But other than that, everything is looking good. Got everything all tidied up and ready to roar. So far I got it 54 degrees in here. You can tell right there. So, and the other good thing is, if I want to warm it up more, what you do, turn the gas on. This thing is a big dinosaur. Now, I could take the nip off, and it should start warming up more inside the shop. But the good thing is, here in the spring, or soon, I'm going to start building the floor so it seals it off. So inside here, it doesn't matter. You see what I mean? It won't matter as much because all that will be closed off. Right here, this keeps a 10-degree difference inside the whole shop. I have it turn on automatically every half hour on the hour, and it turns off. so that way it conserves energy. So anyways, and that is radiant heat. Other than that, I think it's gonna work good.